Welcome to the main event. Let's get ready to rumble!
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Leilani of Barbados. Okay, so you read it right on the tin. This episode is going to be about the tug of war that is existing between King Charles and the Markles and their celebrity friends. Which celebrities have really moved over to the side of King Charles? Spoiler alert, it's all of them, instead of the Markle side. And we're going to get into all of those details and those individuals later. But I want to break some news. Tyler Perry has just done an interview with Kelly Ripa. And in that interview, he talks about the Markles. Now, I watched the interview and the documentary that was referenced therein, so you don't have to. You're welcome. Girl. What I found interesting is that the interview starts out with...
He is royal adjacent.
Yes.
I'm just going to say I'm going to say he's a duke. He's a duke.
Is he a royal? Yeah.
He's a duke.
Yeah.
So please, or let's call him, sir. He's been knighted.
Sir.
He's been knighted by this podcast. So please welcome Sir Tyler Perry.
Sir Tyler Perry. I've been knighted. I appreciate it. I've been knighted. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Icky, if I could just say that. Because if you remember...
Call him back. I go, hold on a second. Does this mean we got to go over there and do all of that in the church with them and figure all that out? Because I don't want to do that.
So it's very interesting to me that now he's laughing and joking about how he's actually kind of royal himself by being friends with the royals. This interview is really to promote his documentary. On a serious note, though, this documentary is quite gruesome in that it talks about... I can't really even talk about it on YouTube. His mother was a battered woman, and it talks a lot about how that molded his life. I all of a sudden remembered something. Remember in the Netflix mockumentary, Tyler Perry said,
I saw my mother be abused for years. I knew the symptoms. I knew what it was like.
And then went on to even say this.
This woman was abused. And so was he. To use the institution to try and do all the things that a batterer would do. Like,
I'm going to have to go more into that. Well, let me just go into it now. I don't think Tyler Perry has ever met the kind of animal that would then lie and pretend to be a victim like Meghan Markle. It doesn't exist in the same universe for him, a woman who's like his mom and a woman who's lying about being like his mom. So he's basically just given Meghan that credit without any kind of proof. Also has no understanding of the royal family, no understanding of protocol, no understanding of she was literally in a palace, in a place where she had the world at her fingertips to do the good that he is so claiming to do in the world. He's a philanthropist, he's a humanitarian, he's all these things. And he couldn't even recognize, because he's quite ignorant when it comes to the British royal family. He doesn't understand that she literally could have done what he did times 10 in a shorter time than he did times 10. If not understanding protocol and how to respect your elders and not push in front of the queen, if that is the same as being battered, I don't think he thinks it is. While you're trying to stay in the good, remember that there's a lot of bad people out there. But I digress.
You basically rescued Harry and Meghan. And that to me is like, that was a massive undertaking and you didn't really know them at the time. You just sort of like offered assistance. And I'm wondering like, intuitively, what did you know or what did you feel about what their situation was?
I got the tremendous sense of how overwhelming it all was for her. I got the sense that, listen, I know what it's like to have a father who is not great. So seeing some of the things he was doing, I felt that she was very much isolated and alone. And I couldn't imagine leaving America and she had a really, really happy life. She was really happy. And I later found all of that out. And to go into this world of this, where everything is larger than life, even to this day, it's still larger than life for them, where everywhere she goes or whatever she does, or she puts on something, it sells out. It just, their paparazzi in the corners. So I wanted to be a safe place Not only for her.
It's not larger than life for them. It's larger than life for you, Tyler Perry, because you are showing your ignorance here. You are showing your lack of culture, geography, and international experience, my darling. And you should quite be ashamed to be this big billionaire and you don't even know how to comprehend other countries and how they work. It's so large. It's so many crowns.
So I sent her a note. We have this, everybody thought Oprah introduced us, but Oprah didn't even know that I reached out to them. And I sent them a note through we had the same publicist years ago, and just said, if you ever need anything, here. And she called months later and just talked to me like I was that therapist you talked to, and we just had a great conversation. And they hid out of my house for a long time. It was so great. Every day that they were there, I'd look to see if anything's happening online. No, they don't even know. So weeks and weeks they were there. They were so happy. It was such a beautiful moment.
Incredible.
Yeah.
This is probably part of his art, is that I think he liked having them in this little box in his house and being able to check on them and see how because to him it's probably very creatively interesting to see some spoiled brats who had everything that he didn't have growing up and more complain about everything every day. He had fun watching them in his house. Okay, so finally we get to the part where Tyler Perry talks about how Lilibet, little Lily as he nicknames her, is beautiful.
And are you godfather to their daughter?
I am, to little Lily, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so
she's so cute.
Oh, she's so beautiful. She's just so beautiful. Yeah. They make beautiful babies. That's all I'll say. They make some beautiful kids. Archie and Lily are beautiful. Thank you.
They make beautiful babies. I guess we'll just have to take your word for it because we don't get to see their faces. So anyway, let's just jump into King Charles. He has had a lot of people that used to be Meghan adjacent, royal adjacent in the Americas. A lot of them have showed up to support King Charles, whether it's through the Prince's Trust, whether it's through his coronation, or whether it's through his birthday that just happened. So some of the people who have switched sides are the likes of Katy Perry with her fiance Orlando Bloom, Lionel Richie, George and Amal Clooney, Idris Elba, and Edward Enninful, who is, in my opinion, a pretty petty guy and very confused. He's gone back and forth a lot between them, but again, are there supporting him. It just seems like a lot of people were tricked into believing that Meghan and Harry were just moving to the States as royals and were just going to spread their tentacles further. And then they realized that they're messy. And speaking of trickery, I wanted us to look at this newly released article. The King and Prince Harry will speak again next week after a phone call for the monarch's 75th birthday marked a turning point in their relationship. Father and son enjoyed a warm conversation on Tuesday after the Duke of Sussex 39 called his father to wish him happy birthday. After a lengthy spell during which the two have barely spoken, the chat marked a notable shift in tone. The King also spoke on the phone with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. Prince Archie, 4, and Princess Lilibet, 2, are understood to have recorded a video of themselves singing happy birthday to their grandfather, who they have only met a handful of occasions, but which would have delighted him. The fact that both sides have signaled a desire to bury the hatchet and start to mend their relationship was hailed a positive sign that was celebrated on both sides of the Atlantic. As the King joined close friends for a birthday dinner at Clarence House on Tuesday night, he will undoubtedly have felt a weight lifted from his shoulders. Now, a couple of things. First, I would wager that this article was put out by the Sussex camp because it's giving doing too much. Why would King Charles speak with Meghan? Why would he not speak with the grandchildren, but then receive a recorded video of them singing? The whole thing is too convoluted for my liking, and I think we should throw the whole report away. Meghan isn't the only person making new choices. I think we could see from the Navy SEAL event that somebody is trying to tell Meghan to behave differently. These are some of her most egregious behaviors here.
Finding herself in group situations where people just completely ignore her. I mean, like, nobody wants to hug her. Nobody wants to pay her any attention. Like, no wonder why this video has been buried. But anyhow, what do you guys think? I think that she didn't enjoy this interview because it wasn't scripted. She wasn't the center of attention.
Flop moment. There it is, when Meghan was denied the microphone at this star-studded charity event hosted by Kevin.
It's interesting because I think I've spoken a lot the past few months about the kind of press crusade.
Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto d'amor.
Even down to her mannerisms, you can see from that video, she needed to change some things. And we know that she's been networking, trying to find PR people to help her, managers, agents, and all of the above. She has the worst popularity that anybody in her position could ever imagine having. Enter Kelly McKean-Zyphon. So let me just tell you some context about Kelly and then we'll get into the outfit. Kelly is the co-founder of an organization called Alliance of Moms, whose goal is to assist youths who are pregnant or already parenting and are enrolled in foster care system in LA. Their main objective is to create a better future for both the children and the mothers. She owns a line of environmentally friendly children's clothes called Little Minis. As you know, Meghan has been traveling the world all over the place without her children, even though she said that the most important role she has is a mom. Even though she's not gainfully employed in a job that requires her to travel to stay away from her children, she does not bring them with her either. And she's gotten a lot of backlash. I don't know how Kelly feels standing next to somebody like that. In the summer of 2022, the Sussexes made a compassionate donation of $5,000 in the names of their children, Archie and Lilibet, to a GoFundMe campaign. I'm sorry. 2022. So you had $100 million from Netflix and $20 million from Spotify, or was it the other way around? I don't even know. I have lost track. I'm not good with numbers. I can't do math, by the way. But how is 5,000 a significant, heartfelt contribution when you're making $20 million at the very least? Are they cheap? Just to talk about what she was wearing really quickly, some shorts in mushroom color, $250, a tote costing $750, black suede flats costing $795, and sunglasses costing £360. Okay. Oh, and don't forget the poppy that she's still wearing. Trying to get friends. Meanwhile, King Charles is getting all the friends. It's not that some people don't like her, it's most people don't like her. But anyway, lots of love to you. And I know that you saw my gorgeous shoes and I was wearing Meghan Markle's shoes. But why does Meghan keep wearing long foot shoes? It's not cute. Why don't you buy my slides, my sides, to make your feet look so cute? There's one new colorway and then there's one new design as well. I am doing a giveaway. We're gonna start out next year, right? I have a giveaway for everyone who has purchased the shoes, and it's a surprise what I'm giving away. It has something to do with Barbados. That's all I can tell you. It has something to do with Barbados. And thank you so much for watching me, and please press the bell notification, subscribe, share the video on all your platforms so that you know when I'm coming out with the next video and your friends can know when I'm coming out with the next video. Okay, love you so much. Bye.
Bye.
Please subscribe to Valentine's Playroom. It's my son's children channel. So if you have any bambinos around who might enjoy adventures with an island boy, share his channel with them, please. Thank you.